May Lord Ganesha ensure that your path is always free of all obstacles, and that all your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations come true in exactly the way you will it. Before we start with the meditation, I'd like to talk very briefly about consciousness. It is not by accident that this meditation is called Ganesha Consciousness Meditation. Consciousness is divine potential. It is not divine energy. It is potential. And this potential expresses itself as many different energies that we experience. The Christ consciousness is the divine potential that helps us to become aware that the true essence of who we are is the highest frequency vibrations of that which we call our soul. Christ consciousness is that potential that helps us to come into awareness about our divine power. It helps us to enlighten our minds about the fact that we are not separate from the divine, and that in fact, if we were to go up the same energy ladder that goes between you and the source, you would find that your highest vibration, is the same as vibration of the source. This awareness comes from Christ consciousness. The Krishna consciousness is the divine potential that helps us to understand that in each one there is an essence of the divine, and that the only way to recognize that essence of divinity that lies within each one is through bhakti, that is devotional service. Krishna consciousness is the divine potential that encourages us to undertake any aspect of service. It could be the service that someone gives while working in a temple, in a church, in an ashram. But it could also be that service that you give by being there for another in their time of need, by serving from the fullness of your being, without prejudice, without judgment. So Krishna consciousness is the awakening of the common thread of divine love that joins, unites every heart. Buddha consciousness is the divine potential that serves as an energy of enlightenment. It converts the darkness of ignorance of the human mind into the light of cosmic wisdom. Buddha consciousness is the divine potential of the cosmic mind, where truth is not stagnant, but where truth is dynamic, forever changing, forever transforming, so that evolution can continue along a path that is chosen by you and I. Our evolution is not predestined. It hasn't been written in black and white. For if it were, you and I would have to do nothing. Our stagnancy would not come in the way of our evolution, because evolution would be written in black and white. And then whether we persevere or not, whether we follow the path of goodness, divine recognition, the path of light, or we follow the path of darkness, would be immaterial. We would evolve irrespective of our words, our thoughts, our actions. But Buddha consciousness makes us aware that nothing is predestined, that we create our reality with our mind, and that this mind is linked forever to the cosmic mind, and that all the truth that you seek and all the answers that you may be searching for are well within your reach. The only thing you have to do is to awaken the Buddha consciousness and connect the human mind to the cosmic mind, to the divine mind. Then what is Ganesha consciousness? Ganesha consciousness is the most earthly of all. It is as significant and as beautiful a divine potential as Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, and Buddha consciousness. But it deals with you and I at a very earthly, at a very material level. Ganesha creates order in the world where there is chaos. Ganesha unites every individuated person, place, animal, reptile, bird, fish, insect. Ganesha consciousness uses the thread of this one truth that is woven by Buddha consciousness, the one truth that though separation remains apparently true in our human world, it is only an illusion. When you want to overcome the illusions of the ego, the illusions of the material world, more than Buddha, Krishna, or Christ consciousnesses, you can use the power of Ganesha consciousness. Slowly but certainly, the Ganesha consciousness eradicates the obstacles of illusion and brings in the order that is created by divine truth. The divine truth that everything is nothing else but one aspect of the one united divine source. And with this, Ganesha consciousness helps us to remove the chaos in our world. It is Ganesha consciousness that keeps you and I in inner union, in inner balance, in inner harmony. And it is Ganesha consciousness that informs you that if you have to change what you perceive as chaos or negative or evil in the world outside, you can only make this change by turning your vision inside. Ganesha places over you the truth. He clears the illusions that your eyes can see and places over you an energy curtain of truth. When you look at another through this energy curtain of truth, you shall see what Ganesha sees, that there is no individuation, no separation, that all is one. When I look at you through that curtain of truth, I shall only see my face, and you shall only see yours. And so, with this brief explanation of what is consciousness, we are ready to begin our work today with Ganesha consciousness. Take a few moments to get ready for this meditation. Ensure that your back is straight, that you are sitting in a comfortable posture, that your feet are either tucked under you in lotus position or they are planted firmly upon the ground. Loosen your clothing so that the expansion of energy that shall take place today through this meditation is not hindered at all. Begin to breathe evenly and deeply. Let your breath come into your body through your nose and attempt to gently take it down into your belly and to breathe out completely and slowly and rhythmically through your mouth for a few moments. Continue to breathe in this manner. Your hands can rest lightly upon your lap, or you can also have your hands in an appropriate mudra for meditation.
Continue to breathe with your eyes closed. Very gently, upon the screen of your third eye chakra, create the image of Lord Ganesha. Let your inner guidance create this image. Whether he stands upon one foot, or sits or reclines, whether he shows himself as a child, the image that your inner being creates for you, creates upon the screen of your third eye chakra, is the perfect image for you throughout this meditation. When your eyes are closed, your inner vision shall awaken, and this inner vision shall clearly see the image of Lord Ganesha, shall clearly see the energy of Lord Ganesha, shall clearly connect to the Ganesha consciousness. The divine potential that encourages oneness, that removes the obstacles created by the illusion of separation. Ganesha consciousness. All is just as it is divined by you. As you look upon this image, your heart expands with immense love for this divine master, this gentle, caring master whose help, whose guidance, whose protection is an umbrella for the human world. Experience the love that you feel for Ganesha. If the energy of love overwhelms you and falls from your eyes as tears, let these tears of love fall. Hold nothing back. As your third eye and your crown connect with Ganesha consciousness and the image of Ganesha, your heart connects with the love of Ganesha, and there is an outpouring of love from your heart, and you receive an outpouring of love from the heart of Ganesha. As your love continues to receive and give, as your love continues to embrace and to receive, the image of Ganesha seems to grow larger. Put forward your right arm with the palm open and turned upwards. Your palm shall receive a gift from your soul. And as you continue to focus upon Ganesha and fill yourself with his love and fill his image with your love, into the open palm of your right hand gently trickles down red vermilion powder, kumkum, the powder of red turmeric and saffron. Turmeric that cleanses and purifies, and saffron that enlightens and elevates. The two mixed together form the sacred vermilion powder of kumkum. And as you place your palm to receive this kumkum that is being divinely gifted to you by your soul, you are ready now to embrace beloved Ganesha with this powder. Gently throw this sacred powder upon the image of Lord Ganesha. This is your offering to this beautiful Master. the breaker of all illusions, the remover of all obstacles, the kumkum that you have offered Ganesha now covers his body. Ganesha has received your gift. Ganesha has recognized your gift. Ganesha has acknowledged your gift. And as the kumkum settles over him, you are amazed and delighted to see Ganesha expand. And you are amazed and delighted to experience your own body expanding, your own energies expanding, your astral body, your spiritual body reaching out in all directions, reaching out towards Lord Ganesha, reaching out to touch the consciousness of Ganesha, to imbibe into your energy space the consciousness of Ganesha, the consciousness of oneness. Your aura enlarges, and with that Ganesha becomes larger, more magnificent. The energy is palpably potent. Your third eye and your heart chakra experiencing the pulse of the Ganesha energy. The image of Lord Ganesha begins to float upwards, very slowly, very gradually, hovering in mid-air, gently proceeding upwards. He puts his hand out in invitation and urges you to raise your consciousness in order to match his. As he rises up, he urges you to rise with him. I shall keep quiet so that you can spend the next few moments raising your vibrations, raising your consciousness, attempting to unify your consciousness with the consciousness of Ganesha. Even the sky cannot be the roof that bars his way. Ganesha floats through the sky and above it And as he goes higher, so do you. Your consciousness rising higher and higher. Your awareness of oneness becoming stronger. The illusion of separation being very gently but surely decimated. And there, in a burst of light, Ganesha emerges into a region of blinding white light. And soon you too burst forth and are thrilled and delighted to experience this region of white pure light, the region of Ganesha Consciousness, where all colors of the rainbow, where all colors even beyond the rainbow that is seen, merge into the oneness of white. It seems as though on earth the rainbow is seen in different colors, but as you rise higher and higher, the colors and their individuation disappears, and there is only the purity of white. And in the silence of this realm, Ganesha teaches you that whenever you wish, you can reach out and take the benefit of any color, of any energy. For just that short while it appears to be separate, but as soon as you and your work is done, the color and the energy merges into oneness and all is white again. In the silence, imbibe this lesson into your soul, into your spirit, into every cell of your being. The rainbow merges into white. The rainbow merges into white. As this divine truth penetrates into you, you are filled with a feeling of bliss that is almost overwhelming. The bliss of knowing that you are not alone, that you are not separate, that no one is alone, no one is separate, that all is one, that all is one, that all is one. You are surrounded by the sea of bliss, the bliss of recognition of this divine truth, the bliss of Ganesha consciousness. Your whole being is permeated by this awareness, by this wisdom. You might feel waves of energy like electricity running through your physical body. This is the energy of your awareness. This is the energy of cosmic wisdom, the energy of divine truth. And as this energy floods into you and around you, you now give full permission to Lord Ganesha to break from your heart, from your mind, from your being, from your life, the illusions that sometimes blind your vision. Ganesha awaits your permission. Ganesha awaits your invitation. O beloved Ganesha, set me free from my illusions. Set me free from all illusions that come in the way of the truth of my beingness. Set me free from illusions that take me further away from Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Buddha consciousness, and Ganesha consciousness. Remove all obstacles. I pray you. In love, I command you. You now begin to realize that your personal consciousness is no longer limited to the consciousness of you and others as human beings. Your consciousness is no longer limited to the awareness of life on earth. Your consciousness expands and continues to expand, reaching out to touch Lord Ganesha. And with this you become aware that not only are you floating in the sea of bliss, but that you are in fact the sea itself, that you, your essence, is the sea of bliss. What an awakening, what an enlightenment. And suddenly, you are surprised to see that by some divine miracle, you are able to see yourself as the image that Ganesha holds of you. You can see yourself as though you are seeing yourself through Ganesha's eyes, and you are amazed, astounded by your wonder. You are amazed to see your light. You are amazed to see how vibrant you are. And in this moment, you make a vow that never again shall you consider yourself unworthy, that never again shall you love yourself with anything less than the completeness of cosmic divine love. What a joy it is for you to see who you really are, to realize that this is how Ganesha sees you. Ganesha does not see you as a sinner. Ganesha does not see you as a mortal. Ganesha does not see you as flawed and incomplete. Ganesha sees you as a reflection of his perfection. Ganesha now extends his trunk towards you and places it gently upon your head in deep blessing, and asks you to once again put forward your right hand, and in the palm of your right hand, Ganesha places a white object. Look down upon this object and allow your vision to see its size and its shape, to feel its touch, its temperature, whether it is soft or hard. Look at the object, sense the object, experience the object with your inner vision. This gift to you from Ganesha. And as you look into this object, a prayer bursts forth from your lips to know Ganesha's immense love for me is to know that I am worthy. As you continue to gaze into the object begins to unfold visions to you. It seems to become transparent like a crystal and shows you landscapes and visions. You begin to see things you have never seen. You begin to see colors you have never visualized. You are not aware what this object is revealing to you, but you know that it is divinely wondrous. You know that this is a place that is waiting for you, that draws you towards it. Look into this object, into this crystal, and while I keep quiet for a few moments, enjoy the landscapes, the pictures, the colors, whatever is being revealed to you. Ganesha now reveals to you that what you are seeing is a small part of a higher plane of consciousness that you have so far been resisting. Now that your vision has seen the image of this higher plane of consciousness, a tube of light begins to form from the object, and the tube also joins with you, and effortlessly and smoothly and easily you begin to enter and pass through this tube, moving towards this higher plane of consciousness, this higher plane that you had earlier resisted, but which you now move towards in eagerness, in joy. In silence, experience this realm, experience this higher plane. Yes, this plane might seem strange to you, but somewhere deep in your soul, your own divine voice tells you, this is your true abode. You have come home. Experience your joy, a joy that the human heart can never experience. It is only when you rise high enough and reach this home, this higher plane, that you can experience this joy. And Ganesha sits right beside you. His energies and his consciousness embracing you welcoming you home. Very, very gently you feel beloved Ganesha prodding you with his trunk, smiling in love and telling you that it's now time for you to return to your home on earth. But that when you return to your home on earth, you shall now carry with you the truth of your real home and the illusions of the material world that you very temporarily reside in shall now become clear to you that they are in fact an illusion. Ganesha consciousness has now merged with your consciousness, and this merging shall help you in the times to come to merge with Buddha consciousness, Krishna consciousness, and eventually Christ consciousness. Ganesha reminds you that consciousness is divine potential and that it has nothing to do with any religion. Consciousness is divine, is one, unseparated, unified. That the masters you worship, the prophets whom you pray to, their separation is an illusion. That they are in fact a rainbow. They only show you their different colors. But when you close your eyes and let your inner vision open, the rainbow disappears and there is only white light, the oneness of white. Om Ganesha, Om Ganesha, Om Ganesha. very gently, you can open your eyes. In order to receive the full and complete benefit of this meditation, I urge you to do this meditation daily for a minimum of 21 days. Om